Hi, this is third and the last section of Excel tutorial related to extreme mountain bike cost benefit analysis case study. In this tutorial, I will show you how to complete cost benefit analysis and break even chart worksheets. Before moving ahead, I would like to show you how we can use absolute and relative cell referencing in Excel to generate a cross multiplication table. As you can see, this is a table which I create in Excel using absolute and relative cell referencing. You can see numbers from 1 to 40 in my row 1 and numbers 1 to 25 in my column 1. The value at every intersection cell is multiplication of the value which is contained in my column and my row. As you can see, the value 4 is a multiplication of value which is contained in cell B1 and the cell A2. So we'll be just creating a similar table. Let's start with creating a new workbook. I'll select new. Okay, so I'll just enter number from 1 to 100. I'll drag this cross sign towards right. As you can see, an option comes at the bottom right corner. It says autofill options. Click on this arrow and you will see multiple options. Select option fill series. As you can see, a series of number got generated. So we need numbers till 100, so I'll drag it further. Okay, so I'll just delete an extra value. Similarly, I would like to copy numbers 1 to 100 in my column 1. So I will just select cross sign and drag it. I'll select autofill option fill series. So as you can see, the numbers got generated in my column 1. Now I will type formula equal to, I'll select my cell B1. I'll just type dollar in front of 1 so that I can keep this cell as constant, and then I'll type multiply. I'll select cell A2 and I will type dollar in front of A to make my row constant, and then I will hit enter. You can see value got generated, which is multiplication of 2 which is contained in cell A2 and 2 which is contained in cell B1. Now I'll just drag it in order to copy my formula in all the cells column wise. Similarly, we can just drag the cell row wise. And the product of numbers got generated such that this time my row is constant but my column is varying. I can do same thing for remaining rows and columns. After dragging it for all the rows and column, you will get the final table look like this. So this is how we can generate a cross multiplication table in Excel. Let's continue with completing cost benefit analysis and break even chart worksheet. Before moving ahead, I would like to make some formatting changes. First of all, I will go to cell B1. This field will be having a percentage value, so I will do a right click. I will select format cells. I will go to category percentage. Now it is not going to have any kind of decimal place, so I will make it as 0 by clicking on this down arrow, and then I will click on OK. Discount rate will be 15%, so I will enter value as 15%. Now I will select all fields which will be containing implementation and maintenance cost. As we know, cost will be considered as negative for calculation purpose. So I will do a right click, will select format cells, select category number. I will select second option so that all the negative numbers are highlighted in red color. Then I will select category currency. You can see dollar symbol is already selected, and this is how the value will be represented. I will click on OK. Then I will select all fields which will be having present value of cost. I will do a right click. I will select format cells. Then I will select category number. Again I will select second option. Then I will go to category currency. All looks good, and I will click on OK. Now I will select all fields which will be having recurring benefits. I will do a right click, select format cells. Now I don't need to make any changes in number category because benefits will be considered as positive. So I will directly go to currency category. Dollar symbol is already selected, so I will click on OK. Now I will select fields which will be having present value of benefits. I will do a right click and will select format cells. Again I will go to category currency. Now you can see dollar symbol is selected, so we don't have to make any change. I will go ahead and click OK. Now I will select fields which will be having net benefit value, and I will do a right click. I will select format cells. Now this values can be negative, so I will go to number category. I will select second option. Then I will go to currency category, and I will keep all the settings as default and will click on OK. Next I will select all fields which will be having overall net present value. Again I will do a right click, will select format cells. I will go to category number, will select second option. Then we'll go to category currency. We'll keep all the settings as default and we'll click on OK. So with this, all the formatting changes are complete. Now I will enter implementation cost for year 0. I will type equal to, then I will go to cost worksheet and I will select field which will be having total implementation cost. I will hit enter. You can see value has got copied from cost worksheet. For the remaining years, implementation cost will be 0. So I will enter 0 in all the fields. Next, I will enter maintenance cost for year 0. As you know, the maintenance cost will be 0 for the year in which the system was implemented. So I will enter 0 in this field. For year 1, I will type equal to and I will go to cost worksheet. I will select field which will be having total maintenance cost. and I will hit enter. Now I would like to copy this value for all the remaining years. So I will make B12 as constant and I will hit enter. Now I will just drag this small cross across right in order to copy value for the remaining years. Next thing would be present value factor for year 0. I will type equal to, then 1 divide by left parenthesis 1 plus. Now I will select field which will be having discount rate. I will close it with the right parenthesis, raised to the power. Now I will select field which will be having number of year. So I will select field C3 and I will hit enter. Now I would like to copy this formula for remaining years, but at the same time I would like cell B1 to remain constant. So I'll make changes in my formula. I will type dollar in front of B and in front of 1. Now this makes field B1 constant. I will hit enter. Now I will just drag this small cross which you can see in the bottom right corner towards right. In this way, the formula got copied for all the remaining years. You can see field B1 is constant, but number of years is changing. Now we'll compute present value of cost for year 0. I will type equal to and I will select present value factor for year 0 multiplied by, I will type left parenthesis, I will select field which will be containing implementation cost for year 0. I will type plus and then I will select field which will be containing maintenance cost for year 0 and I will close this expression with a right parenthesis and I will hit enter. Now I will drag this cross sign towards right to copy the formula for remaining years. Now you can see present value of cost is computed for year 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and it is negative. In this way you can calculate present value of benefits for all the years. Please note that recurring benefit will be 0 for the first year, that is year 0. After entering value for recurring benefits for all years and doing necessary calculations to find out present value of benefits, you will get a table like this. Next, I will calculate net benefit for year 0. I'll go to cell C15 and I will type equal to. I will select cell which will be having present value of cost for year 0. I will type plus and I will select cell which will be having present value of benefit for year 0 and I will hit enter. Now I will drag the small cross sign towards right to copy formula for all remaining years. Now I will show you how we can calculate overall net present value. I will start with year 0. I will go to field C17. For year 0, the overall net present value will be equal to net benefit. So I will type equal to and will select field which contains net benefit for year 0. Then I will hit enter. For year 1, I will type equal to sum. I will hit tab and I will select fields having present value of cost for year 0 and 1. I will close it with the right parentheses. I will type plus sum. This time I will select fields having present value of benefits for year 0 and 1, and I will close it with the right parentheses. In this formula, I will make cells C8 and C13 as constant in order to calculate cumulative sum of present value of costs and present value of benefits. I'll make C8 as constant by putting $sign in front of C and 8. Similarly, I will make cell C13 as constant by putting $sign in front of C and 13. Now I will hit enter. I will drag small cross sign towards right to copy same formula for remaining years. Now we'll proceed to complete break-even chart worksheet. In this worksheet, I will be copying overall net present value for all the years from cost benefit analysis worksheet. Let's start with year 0. I'll go to cell B2 and I will type equal to. I will go to cost benefit analysis worksheet. I will select field having overall net present value for year 0 and I will hit enter. You can see value is copied from cost benefit analysis worksheet. Now I will drag small cross sign towards right in order to copy overall net present value for all years. Now I will select all values by pressing Ctrl A. I will go to insert menu, then I will go to scatter. I will click on the small arrow. I will select option scatter with smooth lines and markers. You can see the break-even chart has got generated. I will just enlarge it. I will select line, will do right click and select option add data labels. You can see overall net present value for every year. At the end of 5th year, the overall net present value is below $0 amount line. This shows that the project will not be profitable for the company if it considers a lifespan of 5 years and a discount rate of 15%. Now I will show you what will happen if I change discount rate. I go to cost benefit analysis worksheet. I change discount rate from 15% to 5%. You can see the values has got changed. And also the overall net present value at the end of 5th year has become positive. I'll go to break-even chart and you can see at the end of 5th year the overall net present value has crossed $0 amount line. So we can say the project will be profitable for the company considering lifespan of 5 years and a discount rate of 5%. With this, third section of tutorial comes to an end. If you have any queries, please do send me an email or you can also meet me during my office hours. Thank you.